What the hell is happening in Pennsylvania? Super shady stuff. That's exactly what's going on. Let's run it down. So first we have another assassination plot unfolding in Penn State area, which we just talked about. Then multiple districts attorney, or would you say, when you say attorneys general, would you say districts attorney, or you would say district attorneys, I guess?
The attorneys bit is plural.
Okay, so attorneys, district attorneys. Multiple have now reported thousands of fraudulent mail-in ballots were received in Pennsylvania, and they're investigating these. And I think they said about 70% of those mail-in ballots that they were investigating they found to be fraudulent. Thousands of them. So this is from the district attorney's mouth. This isn't us, YouTube, if you're paying attention. This is from the district attorneys in Pennsylvania saying this. Now reports coming in from all over Pennsylvania of large-scale voter fraud operations and poll workers and police telling people, go home. Hey, it's 1 in the afternoon, 1:45 p.m., I know this polling location is supposed to be open until 5 p.m., but go home. Go home because you can't vote today. This isn't some conspiracy theory. Again, they are sounding the alarm on this, most notably in Lancaster County, and we also had Bucks County, where these incidents are occurring. Former President Trump warned that Democrats have already launched efforts to steal the 2024 election, declaring they've already started cheating, he said, in Pennsylvania. And he said, if you have a mail-in ballot, get that damn ballot in, please, he said, immediately, because they've already started cheating in Lancaster, he said. Watch.
We've set an all-time record in the early voting, by the way, so if you have a mail-in ballot, get that damn ballot in, please, immediately, because they've already started cheating in Lancaster. They've cheated. We caught him with 2,600 votes. No, we caught him cold. 2,600 votes. Think of this. Think of this. And every vote was written by the same person. I wonder how that happened. It must be a coincidence. It must be a coincidence.
Yeah. So he also posted then on X, wow, York County, Pennsylvania received thousands of potentially fraudulent voter registration app forms and mail-in ballot applications from a third-party group. This is on top of Lancaster County being caught with 2,600 fake ballots and forms, all written by the same person. Really bad stuff. He says, what is going on in Pennsylvania? Law enforcement must do their job immediately. Wow. I'm from the Keystone State, and I'm pretty upset about this crap, the craziness that's happening there right now. Then you have these reports of Democrats dressing up as voter protection poll workers, telling Republicans who are lined up by the hundreds, sorry, we're closed. You're not going to be able to vote today. Watch. I mean, take a look at this. So these voter protection badges on the left-hand side of your screen, and these massive long lines for people to wait to get in, being told, no, you're done. We're closed. You can't vote today. If you're in PA, by the way, and you see these people wearing these badges at polling places, I'm telling you, if they're telling you to go home, stay in line. It's your constitutional duty. You have the authority to stay in line and vote.
Well, beyond that, I would say document it. Now, I did an interview on Monday. This piece hasn't done that well on Redacted, and I think that it's suppressed because exactly the content that he says. So the interview is with J. Christian Adams. He's a former Justice Department lawyer who specifically worked in the voter fraud section. And this is exactly the kind of cases that the Justice Department is supposed to work on. They have 94 lawyers right now that are supposed to be sniffing this out and litigating it, any type of voter intimidation. Now, because we labeled that segment voter fraud is real or something to that effect, it's not being viewed all that much. But listen, what he says is that there is a very lucrative type of industry called voter fraud denial. And so we should have known that it would suppress a video like that. So I'm asking you to look into that, share it, and then if you then read his book, this is exactly the kind of thing that the Justice Department is supposed to be addressing. Now, just today, the Voter Fraud Division of the Justice Department released a press release saying, we have 94 lawyers. We are on this. We are watching it. So this is the kind of thing they should be very interested in. So read that press release, watch that segment, read the book, document this. That's what I want to tell you.
Raisinette 35 in our Rumble chat says Lancaster County is Amish country. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in, outside of Philadelphia in Reading, Pennsylvania, and right near Lancaster, outside of Berks County. And Yeah, the Amish, this is the first time it looks like they're going to be voting. According to reports, over 80,000 of them are coming out to vote. And they've got their horses and buggies are covered in Trump flags. I don't know if you've seen these TikToks, but they're covered in Trump flags and American flags. And they don't usually vote in U.S. elections. This is going to be transformative. Maybe this is why they're panicking in Pennsylvania right now. But to Natalie's point, yes, document it. Film it. If you're in PA and you see these people wearing these sort of polling place protection badges, we're here as like watchers. Find out, are they legitimate? Are they an actual poll worker? Are they a legal poll worker? Or are they a Democrat sitting there telling these Republicans to go home? Like this lady, watch.
Do you have a certificate to be a poll watcher?
I don't have to answer you, and you may leave.
No, this is a public place. I don't have to. Because I see your tag, and
you don't have the right to talk to me. So
this is America and a public place, so I have every right to talk to you.
You don't have the right to
So
talk
are
to
you
me.
a poll watcher?
I am here for early vote monitoring.
For early vote monitoring. Oh,
different.
early vote monitoring. Early vote monitoring.
You do not have my permission to videotape.
This is public.
I don't give a damn.
Do you know the law?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? So then do you know that I'm allowed to videotape you in public?
No, you don't have a right.
Yes,
to
I do.
videotape
This is
me.
public.
I have told you, you do
This
not.
is public.
First Amendment. Thank you.
Okay, so let me tell you exactly where to go, because today the Justice Department released this press release about their efforts to protect the right to vote, prosecute election fraud, and secure elections. If you see this, sure, send it to Redacted, but we can't fix it for you. Who is supposed to fix it? And again, we have a Justice Department that's run by Democrats that may not be very motivated to fix it, but they're supposed to. That's why they exist. So you're supposed to go to civilrights.justice.gov. That's where you go. So you need to be doing this.
Civilrights.justice.gov. Maybe we can put that even up on the screen if we're able to. I don't know. Civilrights.justice.gov. Go ahead, David.
I also wanted to point out that the AG and the FBI started a task force where they're going to make it a criminal offense to harass poll workers. And I don't think that was any mistake that they did that, because they're expecting this and they want to try to stop you with the police now. Because I've seen a lot of videos where the police are actually getting involved in, rounding people up and moving signs and stuff like that, which they shouldn't really be involved in.
Well, you're one step ahead of me, because that's exactly what we're about to show you. So this is at the same location now. Police are putting at 1:45 in the afternoon. This is supposed to be open until 5 p.m. in Pennsylvania under Governor Josh Shapiro's order that you're allowed to vote until 5 p.m. Why are police then closing these polling locations down with all these Republicans in line? Here, watch.
Question. I have to bring someone here about 4 o'clock to vote. Are they
I'm going to ask you to talk to
Are they
this.
going to turn everyone down?
I'm going to ask you to talk to this gentleman because the voting is closed right now.
It's closed.
I just want you to talk to this gentleman.
We have the right to vote until 4:30.
I get you. Here's
Why
what
is it
happened.
closed?
Let me explain it to you.
Please.
Okay. This process is very slow and grueling.
That doesn't matter if we're online.
Very slow and grueling.
Doesn't matter if we're online by 4:30. We have the right to
why
vote.
it had to close was because a high volume of people wanted to do this. Slow and grueling.
Well, then they
So
have to wait
had
till everyone's.
They had to cut the line at 1:45.
They cut the line at 1:45.
1:45.
You hear that, everyone? They cut the line at 1:45.
Here's your. Here's
This
the form
is
right
voter fraud, by the way.
No, it's
who are
not.
You? Yes, it is.
So you have the right to vote until 5 p.m. They cut the line at 1:45. They put up these little, stands there.
They have the right to cut the line at the closing time. If you're in line by 4:30,
Right,
right?
so-
They don't have the right to say we can't
But they're
process
they're
these
setting
people
up-
until 4:30.
But they're setting up these things at 1:45,
Yeah.
and they're putting these things back, all these like little, metal stands up way back, so that you can't vote. I even saw someone here in our chat. Just thank you for your $5 super chat. And Bucks County says yes, they are closing these polling locations early. I live in Bucks County. I think it was Andrea said. So they are closing this down. It's unbelievable, and as SM says here in our chat, it's criminal. But what if in Pennsylvania, it goes beyond that? I mean, there's some real shady stuff happening in Pennsylvania. What if in Pennsylvania, suddenly a bus pulls up full of illegal immigrants, gets out to vote and cuts the line? You're in line for an hour, 2 hours, and if a bus of illegal immigrants shows up and then gets in front of you, yes, this is happening in Pennsylvania. Friend of the show, Ann Vandersteel, posted this during her newscast today from Pennsylvania. Watch.
No, they had these people, they had about 12 of them walked in. They were all foreigners. And then they took them up. These younger people helped them to fill out, they say, vote PA today.
Yep.
And then
vote
they took
today,
them up,
PA. Yep.
and somehow they beat a 2-hour line. And then they walked up, and the one lady, they were even asking her, they're like, we don't have you in the system. Your name's not right. And they're like, oh, well, we'll take it back and change it.
Yeah.
How do you change your damn name?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Oh, like this is happening in Pennsylvania, folks. So if you see a bus of illegals pull up and cut the line, don't be shocked. It's Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, emergency services shutting down voting. This is also what David was just talking about, putting up these metal signs here. DC Drano says, if you want to know what third world elections look like, here it is. Cops shutting down voting lines because too many Republicans are voting. This isn't Cuba or Venezuela. This is Pennsylvania. So do not let them stop you from voting. And here is that video. 2 in the afternoon. Watch.
It's 2:41 and they are ending the line.
$2:41 in the afternoon. There you go. We're done. No more voting. Go home. You show up at 2:41 to go vote. Sorry, you're done. So Trump sued them yesterday in Bucks County after this news broke about Bucks County. And guess what? Trump won. This just coming in right before the show. The Trump campaign has won its lawsuit in Pennsylvania against Bucks County after they shut off voting lines early yesterday.
That was surprisingly fast.
Yeah, surprisingly fast. They're fast tracking these in the courts, I guess. Good. Yeah. So they have to stay open till 5 p.m. no matter what. And this is, I guess the governor had signed, 5 p.m. Josh Shapiro, said that. So here's LaDonna Pauls in our chat says, this is illegal. I'm a poll worker and we go at 6 p.m. and stand in line and no one can get in line after me, but not early. Also, no one is allowed to cut the line regardless of who they are. So this is illegal. Thank you, LaDonna, for your chat there. And we'll wrap up Pennsylvania with talking about this. Why is this showing up on a local ABC News network, WNEP 16, scrolling election results before the election has taken place? They put this up on their screen. With 100% of precincts reporting, Kamala Harris has won Pennsylvania by 52% to 47%. Now, the network, the station has apologized for that. They said we didn't mean to do that. We didn't mean to put that up on the screen.
How do you accidentally make that graphic? Oops. I just fell on my computer and made a graphic.
I accidentally typed Kamala 52%.
Look what happened.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever heard that? Like if you put a blender in a dryer, it will never assemble itself?
No.
Like it doesn't work that way. You can't accidentally do that.
Exactly. So there. But I should point out in Michigan, also Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson says there's a nationwide issue right now with Dominion voter access terminals preventing voters from making certain selections. Oh, trouble with Dominion voting machines, you say?
Issues with the programming of the VATs with specifically from Dominion. Mm-hmm. Why was that only caught in the past few days, and why can't it be fixed? I saw the release.
Yeah, this is a nationwide issue with Dominion voter access terminals in the counties that use them. And the voter access terminals, of course, not all the machines, just the ones that are accessible, have an issue with the straight party voting and a programming issue that's, again, affected the machines nationwide. And I think all of us that use Dominion machines were unhappy to learn about this during the testing period and as early voting began. So we're working with Dominion to seek accountability on that front, and also are working with our clerks to ensure voters are aware of this programming issue that will require them to ensure they are voting every section on the ballot.
Oh, okay.
Because we do allow voters to cross over in ways that a lot of other states don't.
Because we have straight party. It's not struck me as I've talked to my other colleagues in other states. They're just as upset about it as we are. So, yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't look that upset.
So a lot of other states, trouble with the Dominion voting machines. Yeah, they're all, really?
Okay. It's funny because they've been having these problems since the Bush-Gore election in 2000 with programming these machines because Dominion became, or Diebold became Dominion. So it's like, it's been happening since 2000.
But we're fine with it. We only just learned about it this week during testing of the programming. Okay, sure. So it can't be fixed. No worries. Nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. I should mention we did get a Rumble rant here from on Rumble from Jer Swam. Says these are not official poll workers. Those people wearing those badges, the tags they're wearing are provided by the Democratic Party. That is illegal. Exactly. So ask them, are they legitimate legal poll workers? No, they're there from the Democratic Party. So pay attention to these people.
Yes, indeed.